Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Ninja Gaiden 3. We're now at least somewhat over halfway through the game, actually. I was just double checking to see how far in we were, and it seems like, yeah, like 3 hours worth out of like 5 hours is pretty damn over halfway-ish. This hopefully will be a lot more positive of a video, because I actually went back and I continued my playthrough of Ninja Gaiden 4, which was on Master Ninja, completely new game, not a Ryu campaign, but just straight up new game, like Ninja Gaiden normally does, not the Platinum way. So maybe in the future, if I ever end up actually doing Ninja Gaiden 4, which I would like to, I could always do both New Game Plus and non-New Game, or non-New Game Plus, just for the hell of it. Just to kind of get both sides of it, but we'll see. This is coming with the guy that did, like, you know, 6 different guides of Transformers. It's a very likely situation that could happen. But, so I went and played it a little bit, and I got past the part that I was kind of stuck on, which I totally forgot where I even was. I thought I was actually on a part earlier in the game that I was first stuck on, but either way, I still got past this part, which is funny because I'm like in chapter 3, I think. The funny part is, like, the thing I was stuck on, again, currently, I could have always, like, technically just escaped, because there was a wall jump area you could get to. I could have just done that, but of course, this is me. I chose not to do that. So, sometimes, for the better of greater good, if like, I think it's probably going to help somebody, I will usually just escape fights that I know that can be escaped. But if I'm playing kind of by myself, and I'm just trying to do my own thing, typically I'll try to do whatever I can to beat whatever it is that's caused me trouble. Okay, not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. Seeing a little monster just walk by. That's kind of neat. I don't remember that in Razor's Edge at all, really, to be honest with you. So it might just be a 3 thing, I'm not sure. I don't know why I sound different, I have no idea. I think it's just because it's later at night and I'm just recording this. But I was playing Ninja Gaiden 4 a bit, and I got to the Umbrella boss fight chick. She now spawns lanterns in her fight, which are really annoying, but I think I can still do it. One cool thing I noticed, though, is I don't remember her ever doing, like, this sort of, like, Fury. If you guys remember that game, Fury, the hack-and-slash game, a while back. She did, like, this basically bullet hell type thing. I say Fury because that's the first thing that came to mind. I know bullet hell has existed before, but Fury is a hack-and-slash with bullet hell elements, too, so just made sense to say it. I don't remember her having that technique at all. So I thought it was actually kind of cool that if that even is just full on, like, a completely new move, that's pretty cool. And the whole enemies are too strong, they're way too tanky, that kind of shit. That's, I'm going to be honest with you, I think I just kind of exaggerated what I was thinking a little bit, because it's been a bit since I played it, so I did kind of forget exactly how strong enemies are. And that's just, unfortunately, not... I mean, they're fortunately not as tanky as I probably made it sound to be. Which is like, what, I said like 2 to like 3 times as tanky. Something like that. Some ridiculous number. That's not really actually technically true. I mean, they are a lot more tanky, I feel, but it's not nearly that bad as I made it out to be. Again, I still don't hate Ninja Gaiden 4 by any means, so don't think that this is still a case of, like, I hate it or whatever. I don't think that at all. But while doing that part, well, first of all, if you want to get through some of the tankiness parts of enemies, like the blood weapon, trying to cause enemies to go for a block or just like an unblockable and then hitting them with that is usually... Hitting them with the blood weapon, you know, is what makes the game... It gives it that kind of sort of different risk-reward, I guess you could say. That's its own version of risk-reward, is the blood weapon stuff, kind of. But going back to the risk-reward system, this is going to be, again, kind of like a little bit of a detriment thing to Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. When I was playing through 4, it reminded me that, oh yeah, that's right, when you UT... especially in Ninja Gaiden 4, because it's a lot more obvious in Ninja Gaiden 4. enemies are going to be running toward you and throwing shurikens while you do it. And those shurikens do a ton of damage. In 4. Mainly in 4. Earlier games, like 1 and 2, you don't really take that much damage from shurikens. But there are times where, like, you know... Well, that's the thing, though. Like, shurikens don't do that much damage to you in those games. But because Master Ninja Mode changes up the elements of, like, certain enemies appearing, you'll probably end up fighting Black Spider Clan ninjas a lot more often. One sec. Which basically means that you'll have to deal with explosive kunai. So then that will stop you from doing your UT. So therefore, that adds more to the risk-reward system of the UT that I talked about. And then I found a video about somebody going through like an entire playthrough and completely decimating Ninja Gaiden 4. At least, well, you know, they did not like Ninja Gaiden 4, like, at all. Like, just completely did not like it. I know, it's like, it just popped up. I'm like, what now? What could you possibly say that's any different than anybody else said? I didn't watch the full video. I watched bits of it, so... But, I will be honest, I respect the guy's decision. Mainly because of the simple fact that when I was reading the comments, somebody made a comment about something. I forget exactly what it was. I forgot what that guy's comment was, but the uploader in question did respond with, if people like this game, then that's their prerogative, that's fine. That already gained much more respect from me, personally speaking, than other potential Ninja Gaiden fans just trying to shit on Ninja Gaiden 4. Because if you don't like it, that's fine. I'm not gonna just come out and hate you for it. As long as you just are okay with me liking it, you know, I think that's fine. But then again, like, that begs the question. Like, I don't like The Last of Us 2's story direction. I don't like Neil Druckmann's bullshit. And I think, I wish people would not buy his crap. But people are going to do it anyway. That's just going to happen. Am I mad at those people? Not necessarily for playing it. But I don't really care about their opinion about it. So I need to remember that that's a thing, you know? It's like, I could just, at the very least, just accept that it's just how life is. It's an unfortunate part of life, but that's the way it is. And somebody probably views me the same way. They probably think like, oh, you like Ninja Gaiden 4? That's gross. I do actually kind of like Ninja Gaiden 4. There are things I would change. A lot of things I would change. If I could. One of them being, like, the Purgatory arenas. They're fine as a whole, if you're playing the game normally. But when you're playing on Master Ninja Mode, they don't up the difficulty. Yeah, you could technically just do that yourself, because they have that system where it's like, oh, you can gain more reward by sacrificing a ton of health. Like, if you play the Purgatory Arena with only, like, 25% health or something, you know, you can continuously lower your health if you so choose. Which is nice. But the thing is, it doesn't matter how much you lower your health. That's not a problem. The main issue is, it's just kind of a little bit of weird nitpick, I know. I'm playing on Master Ninja Mode, but the enemies that you fight in the Purgatory Arena are always, like, stagnant and the same across difficulties. I do not believe that they change enemies. I think every enemy in every arena, like, say Arena 1, like the first arena you could ever play, I'm pretty sure it's still the same arena as it was in normal mode. And the funny thing is, the difficulty does not go up either. As in, when I get in those arenas, the enemies drop down from Master Ninja Mode to basically just most likely normal. So, first of all, DSP suffering at an arena is just ridiculous because, dude, come the fuck on. That shit is nothing. Those things are usually just nothing burger. I mean, there are a few that are going to, you know, really get you. But a lot of them are just big nothing burger stuff. So it's just kind of funny just knowing. Because I didn't really play the Purgatory things. I kind of just avoided them because, I'm going to be honest, I thought they were just Ninja Gaiden 3 Crystal Skulls. And if you guys are very well aware of how I play, I'm not very good at arena stuff. Never have been, and, you know, I typically try them, I suck, and I'm just like, alright, I'll just move on and do something else. After playing through Master Ninja Mode, which is where I first started it, I was like, you know what, I'll give them more of a shot, and then I noticed that they were normal. Or, at the very least, they were not on hard in any regard, and I was surprised by that. You're probably wondering, like, why is that a problem? Technically, it's not a problem. But it's just a slight little bit of a nitpick that's like, that's kind of weird. I mean, I have the game set to Master Ninja. Why don't the arenas reflect that? Why are the arenas 10 times easier to deal with? Is it just kind of like a showcase of power at that point? Because, like, I'm playing Master Ninja mode. You know, is the game saying, like, here, have a little bit of a breather, get some extra rewards, because why not? And look, I'm all for just having a little bit of extra stuff like that just can make a game quote-unquote easier, but I still like the idea of having the challenge of getting that easier stuff, so to speak. Which, again, I know I keep bringing it up, UTs. UTs give you access to the easiest thing to do in the games. And the risk was, of course, can you get away from your enemies fast enough to pull them off? Which is why killing them to get essence helps you pull them off. Now, look, I mean, technically this game does still kind of have that because they took out essence as a whole. So I guess you could argue, like, well, at that point, it's the same thing because instead of getting essence to kill enemies, now you just get bloody rage. So, in all technicality, you are realistically doing the same thing. But at the same time, like, I don't have the freedom to do what I want with UTs when I want. I kind of lose out on that. Losing out on Bloody Rage is not a problem. That's a thing that happens even in Razor's Edge. Like, you can lose it if you don't... You'll lose it if you don't use it. So, you know, it makes sense for that thing to be a thing. I don't know why these guys just do that. In this version, I don't know. That is a Ninja Gaiden 3 vanilla thing. Them exploding on you and being like that, that's not new. That is not new. Why there are so many of them that just pop up out of nowhere, like this guy's summoning them or something, I have no idea. And I'm glad they took that completely out. I would know because, once again, I have beaten Razor's Edge on Master Ninja mode. I don't remember ever seeing them doing that. Also, I was watching a video of a guy that I don't really particularly like his content for. I always end up finding him because I never remember his name, and then he just pops up and I watch it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's you. I don't really care much for your stuff. What was it called? Like Laboratory Underground or something? I can look. Give me a minute. Let me take out this fucking dickhead. These guys are a lot easier to deal with on Razor's Edge because, of course, everybody is. So, just bear with me here. Man, wouldn't it be awesome if I had items right about now? I mean, yeah, kind of, but... I don't know. I'm fine, you know, because I like the difficulty of Ninja Gaiden 3. Honestly. Alright, let me see here real quick. What was his name again? If I can hear a noise. Yeah, the Electric Underground, that's his name. I always somehow come across his fucking videos. I don't recognize his voice or nothing. I just come across it, I see his face, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's you. I don't really care for your opinions about things. But he was talking about the counter system. He was talking about Ninja Gaiden, like the core of Ninja Gaiden video. Is what I'm core compromise is what I'm talking about. I didn't watch all of it because that's just what I do. I'm gonna be honest, I do get kind of bored from time to time of watching things, so I just kind of skim ahead to see if there's any topic in that video that's like, I want to listen to that. So he was talking about the counter system and how extremely lenient it really was, and I'm like shaking my head, yes, it was. Like the fact that you could just stand in a corner on Ninja Gaiden 2 and then just block and then go for counters is a thing you can do, and it's like, yes, that is a thing you can do. Yeah, no hate toward him at all. I'm just saying, like, again, I might not like his content that much, but it's just more so a case of, you know, we can agree to disagree, or I can agree with things that sometimes people do say that I think are right. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I don't hate him personally. I just don't care for his content. That's all. It's hard to explain, but I don't know. I forget exactly what it was that made me not like his stuff, but I want to say it's probably just maybe there was like a lot. Because usually, like, I don't usually typically hate, or not hate, I usually don't like somebody's content because of usually multiple things that are said. If it's like an opinionated type person, it's like, okay, after like 3 strikes you're out, it's like, okay, clearly we do not agree on a lot of stuff. This is just not for me. Like, again, with Under the Mayo, like, I don't actually know the guy in real life. You know, maybe he actually is a pretty cool guy in real life. Who knows? I don't know. But I just don't care for his content, and I think that's fine. And if he sees these videos, God forbid he ever does, he can feel free to hate on me. Same thing with Bick Benedict. I'm sure he probably would fucking hate me if Bick knew me in real life. I just get that feeling he would. Especially, like, I don't know, like, what was it, 2015 Bick, whatever it was. Seraphim 17 definitely probably would hate my guts. Those types of people. Godfather Dictator. Yep, probably definitely fucking would. But I still tend to like their videos from time to time. Seraphim, not as much. I think Seraphim was kind of a little bit more harsh on, like, Dead Space Remake than he should have been. To be completely honest with you. I think this sort of idea that everything has to be perfect type shit is just ridiculous. I'm going to be fair honest with you guys. I love Dead Space Remake. I don't care what anybody says. RE4 Remake, though, I'm not a fan of it that much. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's definitely playable. I just don't really care for it in comparison to OG. However, Mercenaries was fucking awesome in RE4 Remake. Yeah, I forget what... yeah, it was something about, like, cutting limb, like, delimbing in Dead Space Remake. Something was off about it or something, or he didn't like something specific, and it just seemed kind of really nitpicky. I mean, if I'm nitpicky about something, I'll tell you straight up, like, yeah, that's basically just a nitpick. But... because, like, I'm more than self-aware to know that, like, sometimes there's things I don't like that are kind of like, okay, it makes no sense why you don't like that. But you do you, Chief. And honestly, like, the Purgatory arenas being not scaled the difficulty is something I find very odd. I mean, I wouldn't cry if they didn't change it. I'll say that much. If they decide to keep it that way for the rest of the game's life cycle, then fine. I mean, I'm not gonna bitch too hard, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, it's a fucking freebie. Just take it, dude, and shut up. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. But if they did change it, I would be like, oh wow, I'm surprised they even did that. Like, that just seemed like something they wouldn't do. But I'll take it too. Because, like, I'm already playing on Master Ninja mode. You might as well let me have the difficult part of Master Ninja mode. You might as well just go full balls. Okay, so now I see why they're doing that. I thought it was something different. I thought it was because whenever the Scythe dude spawns in, that he was causing them to somehow just erupt. But that's not the case. It seems like I'm just not OTing enough. Which I thought I was. Turns out I was not. So very odd. So, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, and more... okay, I thought it was like more Alchemist fight. Ah, I should have dodged that. I'm surprised that I'm probably actually kind of slightly coming more around to Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. I mean, I still think this is just not very good, Ninja Gaiden, but, like, this could be... it's just one of those unfortunate things that, like, they took out all the core aspects of Ninja Gaiden that just don't really work. I remember somebody said, in one of those videos I watched again, on Ninja Gaiden 4, how it's basically just essentially a spin-off Ninja Gaiden game. It's not... there's nothing to it that's like, it's Ninja Gaiden anymore. It's not. And I think that's just completely wrong. It's not made by Team Ninja, so fair. It's not a Ninja Gaiden, like, full on. But as much as I don't really care for God of War 4, I still call it a God of War game. But then I have, like, you know, when I usually talk about God of War, I'm usually always talking about the obvious. Which does kind of suck, too, because I went to go look up God of War stuff the other day. Forgot what it was for. I looked up some, like, God of War stuff. And I typed in, like, God of War, and then it gave me nothing but 2018. And I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. So that does become a problem with naming. And I hate when they do that shit. Well, Doom 2016 did that. But I still feel like Doom is just popular enough to where, like, if you did look up Doom, you probably would end up finding, like, either mods of it or something. so videos of mods or whatever. There was a bird. Yeah, I don't really care what people say about Ninja Gaiden 4 in terms of, like, it not being a true Ninja Gaiden game or whatever. To me, it is what it is. It's just a Platinum Games Ninja Gaiden game. That's that. I still think it's a Ninja Gaiden game, though, personally. It's got the Ninja Gaiden moniker. I'm going to call it that, so I accept it. I don't know if you folks do, if you find folks do or not. But, of course, you know, you don't have to. It's not like that's something that has to be done. You can dislike it, you can like it, whatever. I think some people have disavowed Silent Hill F as a Silent Hill game. Which, that's fine, too, because I see it more as like a Ryukishi game than anything. That's how I see it. That's the way I took it. I think you can run out of here. Also, I should turn down the fucking heat because it's getting hot. God damn. But for right now, we're just going to go through another hour and a half of Ninja Gaiden 3. And then maybe sometime this week, possibly even start up Yaiba. And then Yaiba will probably be finished within like a couple of days. Most likely. This is also one of my favorite fights of the game. I could have sworn they gave him like a different outfit in Razor's Edge. Yeah, this is absolutely one of my favorite fights. Mainly because of the fact that you can just Azuna drop his ass. Now, he can do that to you, too, so be careful. Almost had it. Also funny how he just has, like, a deeper... I keep fucking it up. Well, because I keep getting scared that I'm not going to do it. God damn it. Okay. Come on, Ryu. You're just going to get attacked, dude. We know how this stuff goes. Oh. I still have no why. I still have no idea why they don't have dismemberment. Why was that a thing that was just not in this game? I don't get it. Did they not have the time for it? Did they just not have the capability? Oh, there it is. There's the true form I'm looking for. You know what's funny is, like, technically this game probably would actually have different cutscenes, too. And I'm over here just skipping them, like, because I've never seen them before. I'm still skipping like an asshole. Alright, that's one form down. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing here. Okay, there we go. Now, if I can get a Bloody Rage after every possible, like, chop of an arm, that would have been great back then. But they do not do that for you. No, they don't. So this is pretty neat. A neat, different aspect of the game. Admittedly. I quite like this. I think I still prefer Razor's Edge version of the fight, just because. That's pretty obvious at this point. I probably would. But I like the difference. Bitch. Oh, that's another thing, too. There is no other Nimbo. Yeah, we're stuck with, we're stuck with just the one Nimbo. Which means that the double fucking spider boss is going to eat shit. Oh, fuck. Unless it's not in this version of the game, then great. I hope it's not. They would do me a favor if they didn't have it. Also, this door opening shit. Oh yeah, they don't have shields yet. So that's another thing too, like Razor's Edge, I think they start with shields every time. So, I guess it's not a bad thing that the whole, like, having to break their shield thing, because, in all fairness, they don't really have it at the start. Besides, again, you could just flying swallow it. I still prefer doing a UT to do it, though. I still think that's a better idea, but... on, die. And yeah, at this point in the game, I'm pretty sure, like, once we got that... Once we went to the Keyblade Graveyard... Well, you know what I mean. Once we went to the graveyard, I believe that at that point in the game, they gave us... Yeah, fuck this. They gave us, like, upgraded sword, most likely. That's why we have new moves. And by the way, Ryu's moveset in 3 is still pretty fucking... Oops. I was looking away. Ryu's moveset in 3 was always grand. I like the modern Dragon Sword combo system. Yeah, you won't hear me say that in most games, I'm sure. You like the more modern take of a character? It can happen. Not often, but it can happen. I also hate how long this fucking takes to do. There, finally. Damn it. There. I'm assuming that's probably the end of that guy. Come on. Climb, you bitch. Sorry. God damn. I think that was just indigestion or acid reflux. I had a lasagna earlier. I made wife's slop, as they call it. I had lasagna earlier and I ate a lot of it, and it's killed my body. Look, I fucking love lasagna, man. Like, one of my favorite things to eat. I like Italian type shit too much. Although, to be fair, I didn't have authentic Italian stuff. So, technically, it wasn't real. But, still, you get the idea. I mean, like, pizza and shit. I mean, I don't eat as much pizza anymore. I like pizza from time to time, but I don't know, man. Like, whenever I see a pizza, I'm usually thinking, like, okay, this is one of those cases of, if I eat this right now, I'm not eating for the next 2 days. Because that motherfucker is going to make me a fat bitch. I used to... This might sound not too crazy, because, I mean, no, metabolisms are kind of a thing. I used to get a large, like, pizza from, like, Papa John's or whatever, and I could just eat that. Well, not usually in one day, but I could theoretically eat a large pizza in one day. I would usually just have, like, maybe a couple more slices the next day. Sometimes even half, but... Well, it kind of devolved into eventually, like, I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't just eat a whole large pizza anymore. I knew a guy, I still work with him technically, that he would get, like, I don't know if he still does, I don't think he does anymore, but he would get, like, a large pizza in, like, a 2-liter and just fucking gouge that shit down like it was nothing. It's like, good lord. I can't drink. I'm trying not to drink too much soda nowadays, but I end up falling back into that trap of doing it anyway. But, I don't think I could drink 2 liters as much. Not that I technically couldn't, but I'm going to be honest, I really don't think I should. It's just a really bad idea to do that. Okay, I will admit, though, the overabundance of QuickTime events is getting kind of irritating. So, thank God they took out most of these. Oh yeah, I'm kind of a little bit out of the VTuber news. I know, but... I didn't know that Rosemi actually, graduated. Also, I found another VTuber today. Her name is Avocado. She's learning English. Doing, like, a lot of English studies. And I was like... That's pretty cool. I wish her the best. So, you know, gone back there with her studies. And then I subbed to her because I'm like, well, she doesn't have too many subs, like 4,000 or whatever it was. So I gave her a sub just because. I like people who actually, you know, I don't know, I appreciate the grind, I guess you could say. So I respect it. And then, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that because it's just, one, I mean, Hall Life stuff, so gotta be careful with it, but, I'm not going to make up any speculations or anything like that. I'm just not going to talk about it. But I wish the, you know, best of luck for somebody that's, things are going on it, so that's all I really wanted to say. I think this is a cutscene, right? Nope. Never is. I thought those were coming after me. I keep forgetting who we're fighting here. Yep. You got it. Honestly, I'm kind of actually looking a little bit forward to Yaiba. I've not beaten it in a while. We'll probably end up watching some of the cool cutscenes, though. The ones I think are cool. If I remember where it's at, we're going to watch the Azuna drop one. Look, some of the cutscenes were neat in Yaiba. I mean, Yaiba's not a bad game. I don't think anybody really thinks that, though. I don't think so. It's usually 3 vanillas, usually when people are like, yeah, this one's the bad one. But I have to admit, it's actually not a terrible game. It's just an unfortunate Ninja Gaiden. Kind of like how Other M exists for Metroid. Like, you know, it's got its parts that are decent. But, man, did it need just, well, one, skippable cutscenes. Gameplay could have used a bit more polishing around it. Like, they could have added a lot more stuff. But for what it's worth, it was a decent Metroid game, so. And I have to admit that I'm coming around to kind of Ninja Gaiden 3 vanilla and just saying, you know, it's not all that bad. Razor's Edge is better, and I think that's just going to be the case, but. And I don't think it's unfair to compare the two. Because clearly, Razor's Edge was made in, made to essentially, you know, fix 3. The problems we had with 3. There was no collectibles, no upgrades, technically no extra weapons to play with, no new Nimpo, or no Nimpo besides just the one, which eventually got reverted to a final Nimpo in Razor's Edge. Like, literally becoming the final boss killer. Which is neat. And then that same dragon gets punched in Yaiba. Because of course it does. Well, the thing is, like, I understand that Yaiba himself is a strong ninja too. Like, it's unfair to say like Ryu's like the strongest character of all existence. But that's clearly not the case. He's very methodical, he's very strategic with what he does. That doesn't mean that he's just completely overpowered. He's not Kratos, to some degree. But even then, Kratos does technically still kind of struggle with some things, too. With enemies. But, a little narrative distance be damned. Who gives a fuck about the Last of Us 2 bullshit of like, oh, well, you just killed Ethan. Can't do that. Naughty, naughty. The hell are you? If you want me to care for your characters, your NPCs, maybe you should make it easier to care for your NPCs. I wonder if you can suck in blood, like actually suck in blood for that to work. I doubt it. Also, I'm just mashing square there, which is funny because you can just mash any button you want. The game doesn't seem to recognize or really care. I don't know why they did that, but I'm not going to hate on it. Look, there are things that I can nitpick, but if you just give me a second option for doing something, because I'm probably brain dead, not paying attention to what I'm even doing in the first place, Especially with quick time events. I'm not going to hate you for that. Unfortunately, this part, you have to wait for the little bastard to stop shooting. There. What? That's... So what? Did he have to turn around and shoot somebody else for me to move? Is that what's going on? And then he's going to hit me, right? I'm surprised he didn't. Yeah, we're going to have to go for those rockets. Rockets are usually the most dangerous thing to deal with. Also, this is kind of off topic, but I cannot fucking get enough of Lisa's cover of I Adore You. It's just really good. Chikafuji Lisa, by the way. I forgot that she was part of Tsundere. I totally forgot about that. Speaking of Face Connect crap, where's my fucking Dizzy standee that I bought all the way back in May? Yeah, she had like a new outfit reveal, and I bought it from their fucking website, and I still have not gotten it. Has it even come out yet? I have no fucking clue. But this is Face Connect. They're very infamous for having shit fucking warehouse problems. I don't know who to even contact. I could probably just contact Dizzy herself, because she's part of management, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to make a big... I don't want to be a Karen. But I want my fucking acrylic stand, you know? Unless it just hasn't come out yet. Like, there's no confirmation. The way they do things is just shit. So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it said comes out in Q4, so there's that. I know things do take time, but still. I would like to know when it comes out, because they usually just delete the fucking thing once pre-orders are done. They're like, oh, well, pre-orders are done, so you can never find out when it comes out anymore. That's what I gotta you gotta screen. I gotta start screenshotting shit from now on, so I can make damn sure. I mean, I have the confirmation email and everything still, so I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that most likely it's probably just gonna come out later. And Face Connect warehouse shit, it always just sucks dick anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just also just fucking stupid crap that they don't know how to do properly. Which has always just been a thing, it seems. And now Tenma's getting fucking a ton of figures. And then she had like a really funny thumbnail, or funny tweet where one of them was actually not in the box. So she's like, yeah, one of them escaped quarantine. And yeah, that is some Toy Story type shit. That's scary. Or Small Soldiers, whichever. I'll let you pick your toy fantasy. You'll be living it every day. I made that joke again, like I think in the last video. But it was a reference to Aqua Teen. I made some type of joke to that. Maybe I did. It might have been Batman stream. I might have done it, but I don't know. I did a lot of YouTube crap today, which kind of sucks too, because I've got other things I do kind of want to do as well, but I'm just struggling to get that motivation to do it because I'm too busy doing all this. I'm not really even busy. I just like doing my YouTube crap. I'm only taking a break from Kingdom Hearts, or for the hardcore stream right now because of Kingdom Hearts, because I know it's going to take a while to finish. And I just want to kind of, you know, give myself a bit of a break with that before I start that up. That's silly. The fact that they can just do that with a UT, I mean, come on. With an OT, fine, sure, whatever. I don't really care. It's an OT. UTs, in my opinion, should be just completely invincible regardless. Yeah, even though there's no dismemberment, I still do kind of like the cycle of how this game typically works. Also, what's funny is, like, even though the sword does not get upgraded, there's still technically an upgrade to the sword right now. Like, I'm doing basically, like, level 3, level 4 combos. Like you can tell because if you're triangle move, if you do like if you do like 3 triangle moves, that pretty much just means yeah you got the full upgrade. There's also no max health upgrades either, unless the game just gives it to me story wise. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think it's been changed. Sorry, like I said, that's not just like I'm fucking mucused up now or anything. That's just pure fucking acid reflux. God damn, ow. That fucking hurt. Ugh. That's why I don't eat things when they're hot. You have my problem. So ignore me dying over here. It's no problem. God damn it, come on. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. You're special. No, he ain't. Ugh. Doing this again, huh? I do like that you can just jump bow, though. That's actually kind of nice. And now we gotta take these bitches out. Which, luckily, Ryu should do what I think he does. By the way, I actually do like the ship. I do like the ship level. I don't like my Nympho getting erased. I think also I saw a crash in the water over there for a second. Looked like it. Or it was Coco. Get it? Because, you know, crash in the water. Fuck, whatever. Crash Bandicoot? I don't know, sorry. Coco's got those water levels too, like those jet ski things. See, the worst part is if you explain a joke, it makes it worse. Oh, yeah, speaking of jokes, I didn't watch all of it, but I was watching a bit of Kick-Assia again. I got it wrong. I always thought, like, I didn't like the first 30 minutes of the movie. That's not true. Because there's a lot of jokes in the first 30 minutes I actually do like. Funny enough. I actually kind of like Kick-Assia. I know it gets a pretty bad rap on things, but I do actually think it's genuinely kind of funny sometimes. Did he just suicide? I don't know. Well, I'm about to die, though. Yep. I've never seen all of Suburban Nights. I've never seen all of the Linkara movie or To Boldly Flee. I've never watched all of them from start to finish. I have seen Kick-Assia from start to finish. I'm pretty sure. Actually, now that I think about it, I could be wrong. I could have sworn I have, but who knows at this point. I'm just going to assume I did. We'll just say I did. But yeah, like, even like the later half, like when they do eventually, because like the first 30 minutes is them trying to take over Molossia. Then after that, they do eventually have it, and it's the whole, you know, critic bison shit, which was fun. Look, I know it's just one of my guilty pleasures, I guess, at this point. I used to like the Nostalgia Critic back then, not like fully like him, but I enjoyed enough of his stuff. I was an AVGN guy more so, but still, I appreciated what Critic did. Fucking God. Again, good thing nobody watches these. Fuck. Ah. I might have to mute the mic. Alright, let me mute real quick. Or not. Okay, there we go. I got to clear up my throat a little bit, so hopefully that helps. God damn, dude. I need something to drink, and definitely not beer or chalky milk. That's my problem. I've been drinking too much chocolate milk again. Well, like, I buy like a gallon every once in a while, and then have like a cup, and it's like, that's just, even that's too much. Because that's a lot of chalky milk. I mean, it's not like I do it every day. It's just, you know, have it for like a couple weeks or however long before it expires. Try to get rid of it within a week. I also buy these like jugs of like tea or whatever I get. I forget what they're called, but I like those. I just got like one of those skinny jugs, not like a gallon, but just like a liter or 2 liter, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Like these, yeah, something like that. I didn't really look. I didn't look too hard, but I'm just gonna assume it probably was like. It's not a 2 liter. It's like a 1.5 liters. I don't know. Just somewhat decent tea. It's like Turkey Hill sweet tea shit. Again, I know tea's not also good for you either, technically, but I like my tea, goddammit. Leave me alone. I assume it's probably better than drinking pop all the time. I used to do that when I went to the grandparents. Because they would always have like cans of pop. Because they liked to technically drink pop themselves. Which is funny because like I had other grandparents that did not like the idea of pop, like at all. I remember being stunned the one time I saw them actually have Coke bottles near the bathroom, like, well, near the fridge, which is near the bathroom, but no, I mean they're separate. They're obviously separated. They have a decent house, but you get the picture. Like they had bottles of that, like in the hallway-ish between the fridge and the bathrooms and rooms and whatever. But like my other grandparents, like my mom's side, they would always, both of them had like cans of pop. Because we would always just come over and spend the night when we were kids. I always liked doing that. I do miss doing it though. Maybe in the next life we might repeat the same life we have now. Who knows? Maybe time completely repeats itself. So, if that's the case, you could always just try to, like, whatever you're going to do in this life, if it's going to be repeated in the next life, might as well make it cool, right? If that's true, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say it is or not. I'm just saying, like, who knows? Just a fun little theory. But that would be beautiful. I've also heard about the theory of, like, you know, what if you die, like, when you're dying and your life's flashing before your eyes. That's pretty much what's happening right now. Like, you're seeing your life again, like over and over again. So you never truly die. But that one I don't know, because there's been those tales of people like coming back from the dead or something, but who knows? They could be making shit up. They might not be. Whatever the case, I have too many nostalgic problems. I get too immersed in my own nostalgia. It's a bad habit. It really is. It's not that I can't like anything new necessarily. It's just that I hold on to that stuff so dearly that it reasonably does kind of, you know, could become a problem if I'm not careful about it. No idea who's talking. I don't think it's Ryu, though. Not sure. I don't like this. This fucking bullet storm ass grabbing crap. I don't mind the wall climb being that way. This is just kind of annoying. Taking away the player's ability to just kind of just do anything. Or at least feel like we're doing anything. Sucks. That slightly sort of quote-unquote interactive aspect of the game that doesn't really exist. I don't think this is interactive at all. I just consider this stuff like QTEs. I'm fine with it when it comes to Razor's Edge, though, because they made you climb faster. I'm fine with it in God of War because, well, you just hold up or whatever to climb. It's part of the platforming. feels kind of interwoven between the platforming itself. That's crazy to think about that. Like, God of War, I think, is like the most platformer heavy of the hack and slash kings. I would argue God of War is a hack and slash. I think it's a king of the hack and slashes. It's not the overall king. I think, in my opinion, I think Devil May Cry gets that crown. But I do think that it can be considered a king. Yeah, remember that spider boss fight I was talking about like moments ago? That I said like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if I had a full-on fucking piercing void Nimpo or something for this? Because that's actually really good against this fight. Why do I get this strange urge when I play Splatoon all of a sudden? The fuck? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, probably because I was thinking about the game at that point. I don't know. You know, associating other games when you play this. So that would be nice to have, because then I could just knock out both of them at once. Or at least just fully kill one. I forget exactly how it works, but either way. Point being that I do think like Devil May Cry is the ultimate of the hack and slash variety, but they all bring something of their own. It's much like how like Wolfenstein is like the granddaddy of first-person shooter games, except for like that other Wizard game, and I think there's actually something that technically goes further back than that. Doom is usually like considered the father of first-person, which I agree with. I think that is relatively true. Regardless of who came out first or whatever, I do think that, you know, it's like the main first-person shooter game, no doubt. Whereas like DMC is definitely like the core of character action. And I understand that Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry don't have a whole lot in common, besides being, of course, character action games. I know it's technically like comparing oranges to apples, but, like, you know, because they're both fruit, but they're different fruit. But there's still a comparison to be made. Oh, if anything, I guess Dynasty Warriors would probably be along those lines of character action type things. Yeah, but Dynasty Warriors just feels like it feels like its own genre of shit. You know what I mean? Not that they're bad, but it just feels completely unique, I guess. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, and Devil May Cry are like my three pinnacles of hack and slash games. Like, those are the ones you look to for inspiration for how to make a hack and slash. Those are the ones that have carried us throughout the years of gaming in the hack and slash landscape. Which, to be fair, God of War is the most infant of those. No doubt. That's like... God of War is like the little nephew of Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden. I think it deserves a spot on the throne, but maybe it's like a prince of hack and slash. There you go. Yeah. It's like the prince of it. Whereas like that Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry are kind of like the king and queen type. Or at least two different kings of their own volition. Because, like, I mean, you look at Platinum or even just Clover, and it's written in the DNA of DMC type shit. Which, technically, you know... Well, that's not completely true, but there's some bits to it, I feel. Bayonetta is the closest to DMC, but there is some aspects of, like, DMC, even in things like Metal Gear Rising. Like, even honestly, Ninja Gaiden 2 does take some slight aspects, not from Devil May Cry, but just like God of War with the big giant boss fights. Which is not technically true, because I think Ninja Gaiden, like the first one of the reboot, didn't that come out before God of War? I should know this. Well, 2008 was Ninja Gaiden 2, and that came after God of War. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ninja Gaiden came out first, and then God of War kind of sort of just... It just sort of cemented the QTE big boss fight type thing in these games. Mostly. Well, then again, you could also argue Shadow of the Colossus which I think probably also came out before God of War. Maybe? I'm not too sure about that. Don't listen to old head. Just what I'm trying to say is I like God of War, DMC, and Ninja Gaiden all respectively. There you go. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. This fight is normally really fucking obnoxious. And that's usually why. And bro's not even doing like the different... That's horseshit. Yeah, he wasn't even doing like the different waves of attacks either, like he does in Resident Evil. Like he does in Razor's Edge. Yeah, he might not want to probably jump that, I would assume. Might be kind of dangerous. This fight's normally pretty dangerous. Just by default. I've always hated this asshole. This is where I'm stuck at on the Wii U version, by the way. Which I think I was playing on hard on that one. That's probably why. Which is funny because I've beat Master Ninja mode, so I don't know why it's any different to beat on Wii. It's basically just the same damn game. Oh yeah. Slide underneath. Stab. Dead. I gotta walk up and kill this asswipe. This is probably the asswipe from the beginning of the video. Isn't it? Beginning of the game, I mean. I'm gonna get a look at where the fuck we're at in terms of this game right now. Like how far in I am. Actually, I think you do this in Razor's Edge anyway, don't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a thing that happens there too. Yeah, because this was the ship. Okay, we got about potentially another hour left. Alright, cool. I'm going to continue on for another half an hour, give or take. I'll see where I'm at half an hour in. If I know for a fact that if I continue, I can beat it in 2, we'll just beat it in one video and just call it a day. It depends on how nice the game's going to be about things, but we'll see. Really depends on how fast I go through shit. Ugh. Sorry, I forgot. I kind of forgot what game I was playing for a second there. That's my bad. That's my bad, bro. Fuck off, dickhead. Fuck off, dickhead. Well, you first, I guess, but... I meant this guy. Like, he keeps going for grabs all the time. It's pissing me off. You know what? The hell with him. They can eat shit. You know, it's weird. I've never done a Let's Play of The Darkness 2. I quite like The Darkness 2. Never could really get into 1, though. I tried, but I suck at it. Remember when Coney was around, she played it. It still sucks that she just completely wiped out her entire channel, though. As in, like, I'm pretty sure she's the one that deleted all her videos, I think. I don't think Idol did that. It was just kind of cool, you know, having some, like, a VTuber playing a bunch of boomer shooter shit. Being interested in boomer shooter shit. And having, like, slightly genuinely, you know, funny concepts for videos and what have you. Not that, you know, you guys know this. I like my VTubers, of course. That's no surprise to anybody. I have more respect for VTubers than I do most streamers. Which, speaking of which, I'm not a big fan of Aspen Gold. I don't really care for his stuff, but he was talking about, like, a hypothetical that did kind of get me, though, not gonna lie. Which is basically like, let's say, hypothetically, you have a sex robot that can be controlled by somebody else in a different country. That different country where prostitution is legal, but in your country, prostitution is not legal. Let's say that that robot is being controlled by the prostitute in a different country. And you're fucking that robot. And it's fucking you. Is that illegal? And I'm like, I don't think so. I wouldn't, because you're fucking the robot. You're not fucking the prostitute. Necessarily. And then it was like, what if the robot was being controlled by a guy? Would that be gay? And I'm like, I don't think... Like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know. That's not technically gay. You're just fucking the robot. You're not fucking a dude. You're still not fucking a guy at that point. That wouldn't be gay. But then it's like, well, what if you knew it was a guy on the other side? Would that be gay? If you knew it was a guy on the other side, would that be gay? I only think it would be gay in the concept if you enjoyed it for the sake of it being another guy on the other side. I think then that's gay. That's how I see it. If you enjoy getting fucked by the robot because it probably has an inserted possible vaginal thing or something, I don't know. Like, if it looks like a female and you're getting off to that aspect of it being a female robot, or what if you're just not getting off at all? I mean, you know, in the sense of, like, if you're not getting off to the robot, it just looks like a very basic, dead-eyed robot. At that point, you might as well just get off to the dude fucking you. In robot form. I don't know. That is a hard one, though. I mean, to be fair. Are we gonna go there yet or not? What's going on? What am I missing? Do I have to keep killing? Is that what we're getting at? Kind of confused. Because it looks like we only have like one more before we go to this arena. Nothing? What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, the ending to that hypothetical for me, though, is like, if you know it's a guy, and you're getting off to the fact that it is a guy, then you're gay. That simple. That's how I say it. Now, I should make this very clear, just in case anybody says anything stupid. There's nothing wrong with that, being gay. At least in my opinion, there isn't. That's how I see it. So I don't want anybody thinking like, oh, he talks about all these gay shit. He probably hates gays. No, I don't. At that point, you're just making shit up. Because then you clearly do not know me at all. Oh, for fucking crying out loud! God damn, this shit sucks. Monkey farts. If I gotta do that entire thing... Oh, thank God. Let's say, if I do that entire thing all over, I'm gonna be pissed off. Now, why are they suicide bombing now? I don't get it. They're not even dismembered. That was another thing, too. Like, dismembered enemies would do that. Wait, I've been hit by the kamikaze guys earlier in the game, remember? But they're not dismembered. I mean, technically they kind of are, because I got that blood on them. So technically that would probably count as like them being close to being dead, I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I do like him jumping and killing himself that way instead of grabbing me, because at least then it doesn't knock me into a complete state of absolute destruction. Ugh. Good news is I got my Nimpo, so I'm going to save it for a bit. And even if the game does kick me into the next fight and gets rid of my Nimpo, that's fine. Like it wouldn't do much. Alright, that's it. Hopefully this kills. Knowing them, it probably won't. Knowing this game, it probably won't kill him. I'm surprised it did. Okay, so that's the guy, isn't it? He's the guy from the beginning of the game, isn't he? Aren't you guys the bad guys? Now you're gonna want pity? I can't even hear what he's saying. Like I said, I'm not even sure if I've been doing it right. The more we kill, we're gonna get put in that evil demon land. Oh, thank God. Now they're gonna make me actually open the door myself. Oh yeah, I have to do this 3 times. Forgot about that. Ugh. Normally I'd reset that. Why normal? I don't think it matters. Isn't it also kind of funny that Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 are not that bad on normal? But 3 gives me the most difficulty on normal. It just shows a testament to how hard 3 is, in my opinion. But, I mean, Razor Edge makes things a lot easier, too, so... I do honestly think that Ninja Gaiden 3 is the hardest of them. But that's, like, my opinion or something. So I was trying to reset that. I have to die to reset. I'm not going to load game. I mean, that's how you do it, I get technically, but... I don't know. What am I doing? I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this completely wrong. I keep trying to do Azuna drops. It's like, dude, that's not gonna work. Ugh. Ass wipe. Yeah, nice try. Yeah, but the problem is he guard break. I was gonna do counters, but he guard breaks like pretty much everything. What if I 360 no-scope him? Would that work? It did for a second. I don't think it can fully work. God. Oh, I dodged that perfectly. Oh, he's getting kind of annoying with this shit, isn't he? Like, bro's not even flinching anymore. He's taking like a champ. I'm getting real lucky with those dodges, though, because he's going to hit me at some point. I just know it. He's going to get that cursed fucking grab attack. But I hate how, like, he doesn't flinch on anything. Hardly. I mean, if he blocks your attacks, then he will. But that's about it. Ugh. To be fair, like, just in the... I guess technically normal is not all that hard either. I'm just apparently pretty bad at Ninja Gaiden 3. I wish I could have some better follow-up moves. You know, Azuna drop, anything like that of the sort. Anything. What? How did that work? Oh my God, it's that one guy. He was the true bad guy the entire time, but it was actually a good guy the entire time. Oh, fuck. Who was it in Oh, yeah, the obvious twist villain in Ninja Gaiden 4. Which is kind of funny because Ninja Gaiden 3 has the same obvious twist villain. They both are the same character. I forgot about this guy being the twist villain guy. Oh. Oh, ha 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 ha! You can't hit me, you're too weak. You are a sissy little girl. Skipping. Oh wow, he does basically the same things that the other guy does in Ninja Gaiden 4. Or I should say the guy in Ninja Gaiden 4 does basically about the same shit he does. So I just saw like a thumbnail for a or a title for a thing that was like Wings of Redemption is gaming's first Zen master. What the fuck that? A rage compilation. I think this is just maybe me, but I think Wing should just stick with the idea of just being a rage guy. I mean, it works for LTG. You know, LTG's not a very good person, but him being a raging guy definitely, I think, definitely helps a bit. I would say, with him gaining an audience. Of course, you know, with people like that, they rage, but they also have some other things going on behind the scenes that causes them other issues that will get them banned or whatever, you know, or they say stupid shit that might fuck them up, but yeah. I don't remember this being a fight, but sure, I guess. You know, when you have that one boss in a game and you're like, hey, that was actually a really cool boss, and then you fight it 4 different times, do you ever just get tired of that? Like, 3 is a charm, right? Like, 3 is like the max you're gonna have for a boss, but that's like, that's a Virgil fight. Imagine not having that for your own Virgil character. Because the Virgil character of this game definitely was the guy, you know, with the white hoodie and the red power shit, blood shit too, right? Oh, we're gonna do the fucking dumbass truck section, aren't we? God damn it. Hate that part. Sucks. It's just boring. Nothing but shooting bow. Look, I like the bow in this game. I think it's great in this game. But god damn. I don't want to use it all the time. You know? Just saying. Yeah, we're definitely getting... Ah, you bastards. We're definitely getting pretty close. Well, we're at least in the final area of the game. As in, we're in Tokyo, so... Whatever happens now, well, basically just finale shit. Fucking prick. I wonder if this game has anything outside of just campaign mode, though. Did it have anything else going on for it whatsoever? Like most Ninja Gaiden games typically do? You know what I was thinking about earlier, which is kind of funny, though? I plan on mostly just doing... Because I did Black, I did 2 Black. I've never done Vanilla 1 or Vanilla 2. I was thinking, like, oh, I could actually just do all 3 of the Ninja Gaidens again if I wanted to. You know how? I've done RE, and I've done Vanilla for 3. I've done the Sigmas for 1 and 2. I could technically re-let's play them again. The original 3. Because I could play Vanilla 1, I could play Vanilla 2, and I could play Wii U copy of Razor's Edge. It's technically slightly different enough to probably warrant that. It's not necessary. It's something I could do. I'm sure we all know this by now, but I actually like Ninja Gaiden a lot. I think that's partly why I would be okay with doing it again. Even for a joke. You know what I really hate, though, about this? How, even though I had Nimpo, the game just for some reason just declared it not able to come back anymore. for some butt-fucking reason. Like, I can't get it back to full now. And I don't know why it does that shit. It's very annoying, because I think, most likely, if I had to guess, it's probably trying to get rid of it, but then it just... I move on to another area, like another fight too fast, so the game doesn't really seem to know that I did that, and just think that I have... I don't know. It's Ninja Gaiden 3 vanilla. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Like, I have a clue. Probably not the best weapon to use on these guys, but it might actually work pretty well. Again, it's weird. I like Wolverine, but I don't like the claw. I don't like the talons in Ninja Gaiden games. I don't know. I've just never been a fan of it. That's all. Wait, do I have... Wait, stop. Do I have 360 move? Yes or no? Well, I can't check if you guys are going to keep getting OT'd all the time. I don't think so. That boss fight's going to hurt. I have it. He's doomed. If it works about the same as it did in Razor, then I think we're fine. I should have called it Razor. I don't know why I keep calling it RE or... Ah, why's my cheek so itchy? I'm saying the full name. Did I get bit by a bug? Probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. I always love Ryu noises. Same thing with Kratos. I always liked the noises T.C. Carson did for Kratos back in the day. Christopher Judge is a fine god. He's a fine Kratos, but maybe I'm wrong. I just think that he might be taking that a little too far. Like pretending like he's the best, even though I don't. Okay, I don't know any of his stuff. Like, much of what he's done outside, like, outside of being Kratos. I don't know, what he's like personally. It just gives me that feeling of that. Like, it's this weird thing. Maybe, I don't know. Like, he's a fine Kratos, but you can't replace T.C. Carson, man. That was the dude for Kratos. He was the guy. Which is funny because I know Kratos' voice actor, but I don't really know. I forget the name of Dante and Nero. Well, Nero is Johnny on Bosch, right? I forget the name of. I should be fucking castrated for that, but Dante and Virgil, I tend to forget, and I don't really know the voice for Ryu, but I think Ryu's, you know, hooah! I think those are Japanese. Like those are Japanese voices, I think. And then, like, he just speaks in English. I think so. I mean, I might be completely wrong, but it just... I think, like, when you're playing in Japanese, he still does the same Hakutos, you know? Well, okay, that joke's old. That joke's been old. I'll never say that again. I hope I never say that again. Oh, yeah. I guess he was dead. I didn't realize that he was, because this game likes to do that thing where it doesn't really tell you if somebody's fully dead or not until you hit them with a triangle move or a square move, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, he's probably dead by now. And it's like, yeah, pretty much. Oh, boy. What a great place to charge a UT at. Buck him. Never mind. It was like Vegeta in the Broly movie for Abridged. When they talk about, like, you know, what about Cell? Ah, fuck him. Pretty much. That's how I feel with these guys. Fuck him. I don't want to fight him. The other annoying thing is, like, you can hardly ever tell if they even have, like, a shield on anyway. Sometimes. I'm sorry about killing your friend earlier. Not really, but I'll at least pretend like I am. Makes you feel any better. I thought I dodged that. Well, he's dead at least, so I don't really care. Can I please switch weapons now? Thank you. Actually, what did the other D-pad do? Nothing. Okay, so it was just only weapon switch. Which is funny because I could have sworn this game only had one weapon the entire game, but I believe that might have been a DLC thing that they added. Or that, like an update. Like they forced it now. They're like, alright. We'll at least give you 3 weapons to play with. And one of them ain't even Lunar Staff. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna make me not have the ability to use Lunar Staff? That is just sinful. Beyond comprehension. You have sinned greatly. I'll take that save, thank you. Not that it was technically necessary for the health, because I already had full, but... a save is a save nonetheless, in case things go wrong. Which could happen. One of the weirdest looking final bosses of Ninja Gaiden. You're not gonna make me fight a 5th one, are you? You're gonna make me fight a 5th one, aren't you? Oh. I would say, why couldn't we have done that earlier? To all the others. But we didn't have the height advantage, did we? So, that's probably why. Pretty much answered my own question there. The other fun thing, this sounds weird, I know, probably, but I do get the feeling like Ninja Gaiden 3 is a little bit on rails with its combo system sometimes. Or, not on rails, but see, that's where it gets weird, right? Because I'm not explaining it properly. What I mean is, you can do these things that sort of just iframe just out of just because you're doing the attack. It's like a weird iframe thing. Like, it can just happen. I'm not against it, though. I'm not saying that. But, like, you don't... There's a lot of these things where it's like, you don't think it would actually work. And then it just completely just dodges whatever the hell they're about to do a second ago. Alright, I'm getting real tired of them guys pulling that shit off, so... I now know a new trick. Which is called Flying Swallow. That seems to pretty much just do it. You probably could actually just do bow shots, too, because it looked like that was a thing I could. Also, I keep getting afraid I'm going to lose my Nimpo, like, every fight. Like, in the middle of a fight, I'm like, oh, God, we're going to lose Nimpo. This game's going to take it away from me. I just know it. Yeah, back in, at least, Razor, bows do work, yes. But, like, airport guys, which is something that Vic used to call these guys with the batons. They, I believe, block your shots. I think so. He's becoming more and more one with the blood, as he should. I don't know why we get a second charge, though. Every time now. I don't get that part of it. Yes, one more. Nice. Oh, there's still more enemies, and I still got plenty more blood to go through. Actually, I mean, I wouldn't... now that I think about it, I probably wouldn't mind doing the Wii U version. Hell, I might even play with tablet. Just to make the adventure even more interesting. I might. Hey, don't test me. I could. Or just stream them instead. Maybe. Get off me. Oh, come on with that crap. Look, I'm a lonely man, but I'm not that lonely. Maybe I am. Who am I kidding? Did you just say stars? I heard that. They could use a little bit more cake, though, not gonna lie. Just saying. That's just, like, my opinion. They're like weird humanoid things. They're not even real. It's fine. Speaking of, like, humanoid things, zombies, they can be hot sometimes. Depending on how you do it. Like, take Ollie, for example. She's got a nice design, I would say. Crazy Ollie. Yeah. Fucking pricks. Yeah, maybe I might be insane enough to do that. Xbox. Well, that's the thing, though. I have that fucking worm fight in Ninja Gaiden 2. Don't want to do that. Do not like the worm fight. Not very good at, but maybe I could get good at it if I tried. I'll think about it. I'll consider it. But if I do the Wii U version, of Razor's Edge, I have to play Ayane, which is not a problem, though. It just will take a lot longer to finish. Like, she's got 3 whole chapters of her own, so that's what I mean. The only thing bad about Ayane at all is the 3 Chimera fight. That's it. Everything else is fine. She fits in just fine in the game. It is, of course, one of those things where, like, yes, technically I would rather be playing Ryu. It's kind of like, you know, Sonic Adventure 2 type shit where I'd rather play Sonic or Shadow, or Knuckles or Rouge, but I'm stuck playing fucking Eggman and Tails sometimes. And actually, Ayane is way better than Eggman and Tails. Ayane is like the Knuckles of Sonic Adventure, where if she wasn't in it, I wouldn't be too angry. But when she is there, it's like, okay, I'll do some Knuckles missions, why not? This is weird. This is really fucking bizarre. Like, once again, another thing that Razor does much better is, like, he doesn't drop the weapon when you go to, like, re-aim. It's really bizarre. But now they're kind of, like, forcing me to hold down the weapon. Because, like, he'll just reload. Like, he's dropping that every time I let go of aim. That's not even a thing he does in the normal gameplay. So now I have to just hold my aim to shoot these guys. I can't just do the quick snap. I'm gone now. Okay, regardless of which Ninja Gaiden 3 you're playing, these buildings are very PS2-esque. And just kind of in the way of, like, they work, but wow. There is no hope put into those. Oops. Sorry, I kind of forgot my rights from my lefts for a second there. I also like how Ryu's arm thing is becoming more in his chest. I think it's a neat little detail. There should be a checkpoint too, I think. I hope so. I mean, they're bombarding me with missiles. Like, at this point, it's gotta be a goddamn checkpoint. Why are they not dying? Oh, it's a new one, that's why. I'm also... I don't remember which game it was that actually had a UT charge for your bow. I want to say it's like Sigma 2. Because 1 never did that. So it would have been 2 or 3. Either 2 or 3, and then, most likely Sigma. If anything. Also, man, I think they even updated the graphics of the character designs, too. Character models. I meant. Hold on, I gotta figure out where the hell I'm at in terms of length here. Oh, wow. We're pretty much kind of like butt-fucking near the end of the game. Wait, what happened to that one part with the on the roofs? Remember that? The on the rooftop fight. What happened to that? That was a thing. Yeah, like that's gonna help much. Okay, maybe it did. I just don't think normal weapons are ever gonna work against these monsters. That's just how I see it. Like, no humans can ever just fight these guys off, even though technically Ryu is, for all purpose, a human. But yeah, we're just doing the boss fight now. What the fuck? Not the final boss, though, mind you. See, that's the problem with getting weapons just completely upgraded and you have no choice. I might be able to get away with this. No, it might... I don't know. Maybe. Man, I'm sick of fucking people that need to charge up their freaking AoEs and shit. I got so tired of Armstrong's bullcrap when I was doing that Revengeance run again recently. That sucked. Alright, whatever. Whatever. You get the picture. That's a pretty fun thing to do against him in Master Ninja mode. At least for Razor. Shit. Like, it also would be nice if I can charge a UT while he's doing that. It probably wouldn't hit him anyway, actually, as a boss. Yeah. Of course, they just get invincible shit. Because of devs wanting them to be invincible for just a second. Fuck off. And speaking of fuck off. That is also stupid. Oh, god damn it. So maybe I was just, like, within a good range of getting hit by that. Who knows? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's 2 for 2. I'm sure it's a third. Yeah. I keep thinking for some reason his head is like a baby. Like he's holding a baby. It looks really weird. Damn it. Ugh, I dodged that. Fuck off. Yes, I clearly know I didn't. I can tell. I like how he just gives you just enough time to do this. What a silly goose. Are you gonna fucking die yet or not? Of course not. Why would you? Well, if I just stand under him, he can't do much. Is this a thing we have to shoot him? Sure is. Naughty, naughty. Shooting pussy little arrows at me. And guess what? It wasn't even real the entire time. Reminds me of, funny enough, I know this is a weird comparison, but reminds me of Dante's Inferno. When you go through all that, just for your scythe to completely, I mean, just to find out, like, you know, you having the scythe wasn't even real the entire time. I was like, damn, bro, the whole game wasn't even real. Technically. But then he eventually gets to heaven, which is pretty cool, so. Works out in the end. Or at least purgatory. I think that's what it was. I think it was purgatory. I'm pretty sure that they were going to talk about, like, him climbing up purgatory. But here's the thing, though. He got rid of the scythe. What would he use to fight with, if anything? What new weapons could they... Actually, we're getting a new Dante's Inferno game, but not from, like, not Visceral and not actual Dante's Inferno, though. Oh yeah, I have no bow. Forgot about that. God, these guys are assholes. Yeah, they made this fight 10 times worse in this game, didn't they? This was not a thing in Razor. They just completely took this part out. Probably for a good fucking reason, now I think about it. Was that the point? To get a UT? You're really gonna make me do this. You're really gonna fucking make me do this, aren't you? With, like, no health at all. There better be a goddamn checkpoint between then. I'm so fed up with this shit. Dude. Who fucking designed this? Whose idea was this? Thank God for the steel on bone. I'd be fucked. Oh yeah, they don't give you Nimpo. Forgot about that. No, they do. There's somebody that doesn't give you Nimpo, I could have sworn. I don't know. I don't care. This is like the most stupid fucking thing you have to do. Okay, it's kind of cool, a little bit, but like... Kind of. Like the UT aspect of it's kind of neat, I guess, but... Doing it like twice... You kind of overstayed your welcome. And now we get our friend with us. We get our Virgil. Hold on. Man, I wonder if there's something in that garage over there besides a car. Like a collectible or something. Nope. I played that completely wrong. If you guys have seen my Razor's Edge playthrough, whether it be, I think, Master Ninja or Hardcore and Guides wise, or I think I probably did it for my campaign run anyway, on like Let's Play wise, on this channel, pretty sure I normally just charge UT Scythe right there, because, you know, that's a good spot to do it. Makes sense to do it there. Yeah, I don't know why they just... Because, like, you usually just steal on bone or OT them when they're dying like that. That's a thing. Well, hey, what am I complaining about? I can just charge UT right now. There it is. Man, that was cool. What if I could do it again? Be nice. Can you help me out? God, I don't know why that's so slow. You know, I forgot I'm actually streaming this game, not actually playing on a PS3. Which means that technically I could do Sigma 1 and 2 on PS... Why the hell would I do it on PS Plus? When I have Master Collection right there, I could do it on. Makes you wonder, don't it? Oh, here's the rooftop shit. Ugh, fuck me. I thought it was earlier than that. Whatever. I thought we got away from it. Actually, do you get bow back? I forgot. No. Because I think Scythe guy appears. Well, that's gonna suck. I think that's him. Maybe. It could be more of these little bastard Chimera things. By the way, I'm kind of glad that each game sort of did add some new enemy types. First game had, you know, every one of the first game. 2 brought back pretty much everything, but they added lichens and stuff. This game added Chimera. That's pretty much this game's version of Fiends. Like, we haven't fought any Fiends at all in this version of the game. I'm pretty sure that's a thing that just mostly comes back in Razor's Edge, mainly because of the Crystal Skull fights I think they only appear in. Which would make sense, because, I mean, a lot of those fights are, I believe, based on primarily, like, earlier places. in Ninja Gaiden games. In terms of the reboot series, of course. Which kind of sucks for Ninja Gaiden NES fans, or even arcade. Like, imagine, like, somebody talking about, like, Ninja Gaiden 3 and how cool it was. Or something. And you're like, yeah, I love Ninja Gaiden 3, Way of the Sword, I think it was called. I don't own 3. I own 1 and 2. I don't own 3, though, unfortunately. I don't know if I even own any of them physically, though. Like, I own 2 on 3DS. Where the fuck do I have 1 at? Wii U. That's right. I'm pretty sure I have it on Wii U. No, I have it on NES as well, don't I? I could have sworn I do own it on NES. I like 1 a lot. My brother even likes 1. Which is dope. Thank God there's somebody to heal me. Because I always need a hero. That did nothing. Because of goddamn course it does nothing. Why would it? I've always felt like for some reason that it, like, in 2, the scythe does kind of do stuff, but only, I feel like, for the robot guys, it really works on. Then, like, everybody else, it just kind of just doesn't feel like it does anything. Weird. In terms of UT, by the way. And like I said before, I do feel like 3's scythe has a lot more effect. Because I can use it to cheese out bosses with the 360 shot thing. 360 move. Where are we going, pal? Do we have to war the monsters this and grab it? And then throw it? That'd be a cool co-op campaign to do. One day. That'd be nice. I'm sure my brother would be down for that. We used to grow up with the War of the Monsters. He was always more the War of the Monsters guy. He's always the one that rented it. At least he's the one that got into the idea of it, too. Still crazy. That's fucking... Didn't David Jaffe work on that, too, actually? Because it's the Twisted Metal people. And, you know, he's God of War and Twisted Metal, so I'd assume so. I assume he has some involvement. It's kind of crazy. He's like, he became a locale. Of all fucking things. Well, you know, you let the fame get to your head and you just become an asshole, so. It can certainly happen. You don't watch yourself. That's why I hope to never get famous. Being slightly popular wouldn't be a bad thing, like 1,000 subs or whatever. Because, like, only 2 people watch. Regardless. That's not just a me thing. That's a thing I noticed. Like, there's people that have, like, 300 views on a video or whatever, and they have, like, 10,000 subs. It's just how YouTube is. I don't watch all my streamer stuff either, to be fair. I'm not really a streamer. Listen to me, I'm calling myself a streamer now. That's not even true. I'm just doing a marathon stream thing. Mostly. Yeah, good thing that basically insta-kills. Yeah, you gotta wait for it to, you know, charge up though, but... Dr. Insano! Dr. Insano! Dr. Insano! Yes! Sorry. I was thinking, like, would it be insane if I did do Ninja Gaiden 1 vanilla, 2 vanilla, and then 3 Razor's Edge on Wii U, because that'd be funny. I was thinking about taking a poll for that, and I'm pretty sure people would say, like, most people probably would say, yeah, I'm down for that. Because you guys are insane. By the way, I probably would just end up playing Ninja Gaiden Vanilla, probably on hard, maybe. 2, I think... 2 Vanilla, I feel like I probably just play on normal. I know I shit on normal mode all the time. It's like, oh, normal mode in these games are too easy. For some reason, fucking 2 Vanilla. That's the one that gets me the most. feel like I'm never prepared for that. Die. Guess that's everybody. Yep. You know what that means. Time for the Duke Nukem football field. I still hate that, though. You have to hit that damn thing. It's like when I was doing Batman Arkham Asylum when I completely forgot to destroy the Titan shit. To move on. Wasn't this Kana's dad? I think so. So I'm practically like... I think Ryu's like a godfather type to Kana. I forget why this happens. Well, yes, okay. So for Virgil type enemies, I think 4 is like the max you should go for fights. If you go any more than that, even though 5 is my favorite number, you've gone a little too far. But any other boss, if you do it more than like 3 times, even 2 times, like just any other regular boss is like, okay. Like imagine fighting Echidna from DMC4 more than just the 2 times you fight her. It would get old real fucking quick. Burial, 3. Burial gets 3 max, just because Burial's cool by default. Dude, I remember like watching DMC4 videos before I got it. And I was like, yo, fucking that guy looks so fucking cool. I can't wait to fight him. And then I played the game, and then I was like, oh, yep. He's pretty cool. I'm glad that I got to do that. I like how this game just sometimes about kills me, and then all of a sudden I just make an attack land, and the game just says, you know what, good job. At that point, you practically did get the kill. Whoa, this is like that one scene from the opening of the game. But now we don't have our blood arm anymore. Yikes. It took me a really long time as a kid to get that joke. That's a South Park reference. That's one of the name of the episodes. With Mrs. Garrison. I think at the Persian. I think it's the Persian one too. Because, you know, yikes. Dykes. I say kid, but I think I was technically a kid by then, like 15, 14 when that came out, probably. God, I was 14 at some point. God, that's weird to say that. It doesn't feel real, man. Like, nothing does anymore. I think that's my biggest problem, though, is I seem to have this sort of strange reality that I've cooked up for myself. I'm kind of just too comfortable and stuck in my own head. Is it weird to say I'm too comfortable with life, I guess, sometimes? That probably is a bad thing to say, because now people are going to be like, I'm going to ruin it for you. Start saying some really nasty comments, probably. And now that I say that, the universe is probably going to take advantage of that and be like, yep, you're going to fucking... We're going to make sure you don't feel it anymore, bitch. And I don't mean like... It's weird. I don't mean like in a good way. Like, oh, I'm super content and happy with myself. It's just more so... I'm just kind of here. I don't really do much. I exist. But I don't feel like I do. It sucks. I think that's partly why I had that identity issue for a while. Like why I felt like I... what's that thing called? Oh, fuck, I don't remember the name of it. It's that thing that, like, Matra, I think she had. I forget. Basically, it's something along the lines of, like, I don't know, I know who I am, I know what I like, but I don't feel real. Nothing ever feels real, and it sucks. But then sometimes I get hit by reality, and that sucks. But then, of course, as soon as that happens, after a while, give it like, you know, a month or two, and just go back to just feeling what I'm feeling now. I don't want to say anything too early, but did they actually change the Kana fight completely? And no. Because now I think here comes the actual real fight, right? It's like, I could have sworn it was just like, you're doing this giant fight thing first, then you build up for the Nimpo after. I think it's a lot harder in Razor, actually, the way they did it. Because I had to use Lunar Staff. I had to use, like, Lunar Staff UTs for most of it. I'm kind of glad that Ninja Gaiden doesn't really rely too heavily on giant fights that much. Like, the statue in 2 was fine, but this just is... There's one third of the platform gone. I just gotta knock out the other one eventually. Man, I don't know why, but I wanted Arby's today. I never got it, but I just wanted it. I don't know why the fuck I did. Probably because I saw a review bro eating it. Most likely. Something else that Ninja Gaiden 4 does kind of change up a bit, though, is your block can actually be... Well, you can upgrade it, sort of. As in, you can take more hits on the block before it breaks. But you actually take no chip damage on block. Which is one of those things that... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I had no idea that was going to be like a big grand slam. There's no indicator of that being any slightly different than what the other ones were. So maybe the game should have probably just, you know, give me a slight hint as to, you know, oh, that's something you want to not make sure you get hit by while you're on that platform. Yeah, they made, I'm pretty sure they made Razor's Edge version of this way harder. It just feels like they did. Oof. Because enemies will spawn here, and or that could just be a Master Ninja thing. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, so like, I mean, I know I knocked her down a little bit, but like, I don't know. And now it's gonna. Well, now I see the crack. Okay, so I was just wrong. All right. I'll admit fault. I did not see that the first time. My bad. Skip. And... yeah, that always... honestly does still kind of hit a little bit, not gonna lie. I hate to see that, but... that's what happens. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much Ninja Gaiden 3. That's practically it. I beat on normal, and... probably gonna get the achievements for the rest, I think. So... with that being said... that was alright. It had its issues, but it's just okay. I don't know. Let's go give it... let's go try Ultimate again, just to see what it's like. I'm kind of curious. Just out of pure curiosity again. Yeah, but then we gotta wait till the damn load screens. Well, you're here now. Why not, right? Let me think what I was gonna say. It's got a better game. There's definitely clearly a game with Razor's Edge that's much, much, much better than this. Yeah, I think that's actually the guy on the ship. I'm trying to paint you like the bad guy. Fuck off. What is here is just alright. Like, it's probably like a good solid 6 out of 10 game. Especially for a Ninja Gaiden game. There's so much more to be had. They took too much crap out. Or no, maybe that was actually that might have been the blood guy. Come to think of it. Most likely. But it is a little bit plagued with certain things, like, you know, too many QTEs. A lot more than they should have had. And also just a lot of walk and talk shit, too. Very odd story decisions, but it was alright. I will give it the fair pass and say, this is not the worst thing I've ever played. By far. I feel like I've played worse. I don't know, man. It started off kind of rough. The fact that bosses don't even have a goddamn health bar just makes no sense to me. Why am I doing this shit? I've already tried Ultimate Ninja once. Those fights took fucking forever to do. Because they kept spawning dudes all the time. I just want to see if I can beat the first wave. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to sit through this crap. Why do you gotta make me sit through this crap game? God damn it! Well, either way. Kind of off topic, but I want to see Ayane, Momoji, hell, even Rachel. Then maybe some other Dead or Alives thrown in the mix for Ninja Gaiden 4. I know, I'm sorry I don't play Dead or Alive as much as I should. Kasami, I think her name was. You know, the main girl. I should know her name. I know it starts with a K. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dead or Alive fans. But she's playable in 3 for like the tag challenges or whatever. At least Razor 3. I think this game actually has tag challenges too, and she's probably playable there. I don't remember. But yeah, other than that, just the game is it's a game. It's okay, I guess. What the fuck? What? Now you give me points? Wait a minute, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck is going on? Why do I now actually have karma? No, I can't. You're not gonna you're not gonna let me upgrade, are you? I don't think so. When did that fucking... Is that a thing that happens after you beat the game? That's very bizarre. That wasn't there in my whole campaign run, so I don't know. Did I turn it off on accident? I'll take it. I've always liked it. Being there. Ouch. Oh yeah, I forgot that shurikens were a thing. Silly me. I also hate that I can't dodge into a triangle and just get the OT. That's how you deal with dogs. It's also kind of nice that Flying Swallow just can sometimes insta-kill a dude, still. It doesn't, you know, chop their heads off like it does in the actual game, but... eh. Alright, well, you know what? I got that picture. Alright, next up is Yaiba, so... see you guys when we get to Yaiba. And, as always, take care, everybody.